welcome to Tarot Sherpa. I'm Christine, and today I'm going to be reading to you using the Oracle deck, the Magdalene Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. So we're going to do a relationship spread. This is going to be the Rainbow Chakra spread, and so the idea is that this spread will kind of help one understand the energetic nature of a relationship. It could be any kind of relationship. I mean, a lot of times we talk about romantic relationships, and when I did a review of this deck, I'd kind of indicated that it was quite good, I think, for romantic relationships, but it can talk about a lot of different kinds of relationships too. Let's see. Uh, so, card number one, we're going to go down with our base chakra. Oh, we're going to go into past lives. Very evocative there. So, let's look at what Tony's got to say about past lives because I'm very curious. Excuse me. Past lives. So, looking at past lives here, an emotional issue which has plagued you for some time is now being resolved and cleared through your dreams. You may wish to try to remember your dreams and pay closer attention to them. In your dream state, you will subconsciously revisit several of your past lives, reconciling past issues which are causing problems for you in this lifetime. So it goes into a little bit further about um, how to look at your dreams in a way that's a little bit more productive, perhaps, with the past life in mind. So this is probably a relationship that's continued through perhaps several lives, more than one. It could be a relationship with yourself. So let's see how this develops. Number two, the sacral chakra, the orange chakra for relationships. God, okay. The divine, God, the supreme being. Often it is in our times of greatest need that we feel the most alone. This card is your confirmation that you're never alone. The universe has heard your call and wants you to know the loving presence of the divine creator always fills and surrounds you. Trust, accept, and let go. So perhaps you've been being plagued with bad dreams. It could be past lives. I also think that when you're talking about past lives, you could also be talking about past parts of your current life, because we are more than just one person throughout our lives. Our personalities grow, they develop, they change. And if you think that you're not the same person that you were when you were an infant, or when you were a toddler, or when you were a teenager, or when you were, in your 20s. So there's a lot of past lives, but you're not going through this alone. And that's the important thing to remember. So next up, our third chakra, universal Christ. This is our solar plexus, the yellow, the self-identity, and your self-esteem. So let's see what he says about universal Christ. The emptiness you presently feel is helping you reconnect with aspects of your nature that you have kept repressed for some time. Let go of all the distractions that surround you at present and bring your awareness within. In the empty spaces of your solitude, you will find a hidden treasure. It's a journey of self-discovery. So that's what this is talking about, especially when we get to that solar plexus chakra where we are talking about oneself and one's identity. This need to re-examine one's life from multiple facets. You're not alone in this. And it's part of your path, it's part of your journey, it's part of your identity to do this work. And this can be sort of the work of self-improvement, of growth. Number four, the throat chakra, blue, communication. This is crucifixion. So crucifixion in this is talking about you're causing yourself much unnecessary suffering by thinking that you need to improve in some way before you can find peace and fulfillment. For much of your life, you've tried to hide the parts of you don't think are lovable, yet the things you repress or hide resurface through external situations until you learn to accept and love them. So, yeah, this is talking about kind of going through your past, even using some dream work to accept yourself so that you can be authentic with the world that that you're presenting yourself to. I'll look at that a little bit more. Pay close attention to your thoughts. When you find yourself thinking negatively or fearfully, consciously transform that thought into a loving one and continue doing this until the cycle is broken. This will take time, dedication, and perseverance, but the rewards will eventually be great. So yeah, we're talking about heart chakra work right here, and this is about breaking the cycle of negativity. All right. Fifth chakra, throat chakra, communication. Heart chakra, throat chakra. Confusion. So there's some confusion in your communication. Conflicting thoughts regarding a major decision are causing you to feel confused. At the heart of this issue lies a deep-seated sense of obligation to others. You're afraid that you might disappoint or hurt another by choosing what you love. The best course of action for you at this time is to take a few steps back. Don't place extra pressure on yourself by thinking you must decide right now. Also, part of confusion is maybe if you're making a decision that affects other people, get their input. Sometimes we think we have to make things right and serve it up on a platter for somebody else when it may not actually be the right thing. And if we had their input, we can certainly move forward in a more constructive direction. Card number 6, family. Card number 6. So this is your third eye, your connection to your inner self, the violet chakra, family. So this could be talking about family relationships, big decisions that have to be made for the family. You were born into your family for a reason and a purpose, just as there is a reason and purpose for experiencing all you've experienced to date. Yet, like most of us, you probably believe the myth that all family members should all get along always and be nice to one another. Other families always seem nicer. Yeah, But the truth is that every family experiences similar dynamics in one way or another. Your family is your greatest teacher. Every family member will hold at least one trait that you don't like, and you have at least one trait that your family members don't like. This fact sets the perfect environment for us to learn to love unconditionally. So, in your mind's eye, we need to be putting in that picture of unconditional love. Seventh chakra, crown chakra, white. Connection to the universe is the prophet. The prophet speaks about all unfolds in perfect time, and all you need to know is revealed at the most perfect moment. Be patient and trust for angelic forces are at work in your life right now. Feel the presence of the goddess within you. Ask her to clear your mind so that you may hear her guidance within your heart. The goddess speaks through feelings that stir within you. Feel her pull your heartstrings as she bathes you in healing light. You will receive a sudden inspiration when you least expect it, and this will lead to a most positive outcome. Be prepared for a pleasant surprise. So, kind of coming back to our confusion over here, perhaps finding that way to communicate with your family members about maybe what is a best direction kind of takes all the pressure on you having to figure it out for yourself. And so, what's the main issue? The main issue is acceptance. Acceptance is the main issue. So, we're going back into this sense of trying to be perfect, trying to fix oneself, trying to align oneself, and realizing that God accepts you as you are and wants to help you grow and transform and be the best self that you can be. And so you have to go within and do this difficult work of changing perhaps negative behaviors and negative self-talk into things that are positive, and you're going to need to collaborate with some other people in order to do that. You may be thinking you're the world's worst person, but the people around you may be like, hey, yeah, nobody's perfect, but don't be so hard on yourself. And, maybe there's been family members who have been hard on you, or maybe you're just reflecting some of their negative attitudes. But going into that goddess energy of love and acceptance and forgiveness that you need to give to your family, but also to give to yourself. And there's a sense of some self-acceptance, and that doesn't mean that you never need to grow or change, but it means accept that you are on a journey, and that the person you were yesterday is not necessarily going to be the person you are tomorrow, that there's a sense of growth and development, and that we don't arrive perfect, but we certainly can grow and become better people as we move along. So, a nice little story about a card, a reading about growth. I guess it is a story. It doesn't mean it's not true. If it's a story, true story about growth and acceptance, self acceptance, accepting other people, and getting that cycle of turning the negative into a positive. Yes, there's something negative. How do we make it growth? How do we get better from having this experience? How do we release the negativity of the past? And this is a path that could probably apply to anybody and everybody who happens to be watching this video. I think this is just very universal, which kind of tells you how helpful this particular deck of cards is. It does have a lot of really universal ideas about not just relationships to other people, but a relationship to ourselves as well. And that's the most intimate relationship you're going to have. So make it a good relationship. All right. Acceptance. Yeah, if you like this video, please click like. If you like the type of content, please subscribe. I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed getting to see how some of Tony's work plays out on the table. So yeah, definitely check out his greater body of work at Blue Angel Publishing. All right. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.